Hey folks, welcome to the channel. I'm Don, this is Rockin' the Country. If you're new here, welcome aboard. Hit that subscribe button if you would, helps move things along. We're keeping non-pop country music going here. So it's traditional country, bluegrass, western, independent artists, non-pop stuff. Brian Mallery's Case of Corona. Don't know the song, it's a reaction. It was requested by Michael Richard and 2012 Finale, who both said it's a new release. So let's see what we've got here. I've done Brian Mallery's songs before. It looks to be about 4 or 5 years ago. About 4 years ago, I did Wake Me Up Tomorrow. Michael Richard requested that one also back then. And he said he went to school with Brian in Canada. I should be wearing my Canada hat, but I forgot that. And that was a good song. And Brian knows of us here. Let's see what the next... I did Separate Ways. That was also requested by Michael Richard. I gave that a 9.1. And Don't Take Your Life for Granted, also requested by Michael Richards. Now we're doing Case of Corona. So here we go.
Hey doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and going into work just seems so wrong. And doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and I'm thinking it might last all summer long. Got a beautiful beer goggle blur and a slur in my speech.
That's brutal. I'm switching hats. I'm two things. Hopefully I don't get all screwed up. First, I'm going to put on the Canada hat. And then I'm going to switch to another hat that my surrogate daughter just gave me after me badgering her for 2 years to get me one. Canada.
I'm loving the feel of this next level chill that I've reached. I show all the signs. My symptoms are clear.
What are they?
I should quarantine myself in the sand right here. Doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and going into work just seems so wrong. And doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and I'm thinking it might last all summer long. I hear rest is the best thing you can do. I'd hate to spread it and everyone else get it too.
I don't know.
Balance is all. I can't lose this smile. I haven't been so blue in a while. Doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and going into work just seems so wrong. And doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and I'm thinking it might last all summer long. And it wouldn't surprise me a bit if Lyme disease kicks in.
A lime in your beer.
I've got
That was good.
a case of Corona, going into work just seems so wrong. And doctor, I've got a case of Corona, and I'm thinking it might last
Does the doctor say anything? Oh, you're set up for a sequel here, Brian, if this is a new release. Or maybe you did it already, but where do we get the doctor's response? Oh, I got to switch hats. I'm putting on my Mexico hat. I went in and had dinner in the city with my Lex, and she's Mexican, and I've been asking her, get me a hat from Mexico. She was just in Mexico City, but she'd gotten this a while ago and finally got it to me. So it says Mexico on it in case you can't read it. You're set up now, Brian, for the doctor's response to you because there's a lot of material there. This is one of those creative efforts that comes out of thin air, so to speak. You make a connection, like people say, I've got a case of the hiccups or what have you, but I've got a case of corona, and then you take off on that. But it's entirely creative. And then the case of Lyme's disease coming up, because I get people like their lime in their beer, and especially, I guess, Mexican beer for some reason. It seems to be that way. I never put lime in my beer when I drank beer. I don't drink a lot of beer now. I usually drink wine. But back in the day, I mean, Michelob was my beer. I had my Molson every so often. I never liked Heineken. I tried to. Of course, Budweiser, you might start out with that, but Mick was my beer of choice, and Jack Daniels was my alcohol, seriously, of choice, JD and Coke. So Corona, and of course I drank Coronas and such, but very creative effort on this. I can see where the challenge lyrically would come in on this thing, because once you brought the line in there, that made me start thinking, what else could you do with it? And granted, it's my first listen. I don't know if I was germinating this song over time, what I might come up with, but it wouldn't be easy. It would not be an easy write. But it could last all summer long. I got the smile on my face. I might need to, you didn't say sequester yourself. Oh God, sequester is a jury term. Well, just salt yourself away. But no, you want to have a party. It's like one of these kinds of diseases that you need people around to get better. Other people want to be near you, type of thing. That's what your doctor might say. Look, I'm writing you a prescription for you to be with a lot of people. But the people that you can't be around are people at work. Those are the only people. I don't know. There's a lot of fun you could have with it, but love Brian's voice. I really love the guitar in this. That could have been lost in the humor of the song and just the daydreaming aspect of it, where we could all put ourselves back in jobs that we didn't like, and we'd be like, or jobs that we had when we were younger that we could see ourselves actually trying to pull something like this off, or jobs that we did and we got fired from, for instance. So the guitar in this was really nice. I think there were parts of it where I thought it could have been more up-tempo, because it almost had not a downtrodden feel to it, but you never wanted to take your foot off the pedal on this one, because this is just a happy, fun, all summer long type song that you could even listen to in the winter. So, all right, I'm going to rate this one. And, oh my gosh, I've got 4 countries in this song. The number that popped into my head was an 8.9. And that's Zimbabwe. So I started with a U.S. hat, switched to Canada, got my Mexico hat on now, and I just gave it an 8.9, which is a Zimbabwe Montauk Edge F. Catha rating. So the drones will be looking out for you, Jeff. All right, folks, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a seriously fun Jimmy Buffett-ish type song even, and very creative. So Michael and 2012 finale. Thank you for this request, folks. Have a great day. I'll see you on another video, and keep rocking the country.